child is born, you know, there's going to be cancer in life. Do you want me to speak about? Hello. Every time a child is born, there's going to be cancer, there's going to be plagues, there's going to be problems. People are wage slaves. People work like 40 hours a week. People get cancer, people deteriorate. So it's best not to have children, because once you have a child, your child is prone to all sorts of harms. Your child can, you know, be murdered, they can be raped. Yeah, COVID's a big harm too. I mean, COVID is sweeping the nation, so all sorts of dangers exist in life. So it's best not to have children.
Are you for real?
Yeah, exactly.
Right now.
Oh, absolutely.
So instead of changing the world,
But there's no, you can't change cancer, you can't change...
There's 8 billion people now in the world. 8 billion cannot change the world.
If you think cancer is bad, you should not have children, because kids with cancer are just a product of irresponsible gambling and sex.
racism.
There's no racism
you're
here.
Out here, yeah.
I'm against
But you're
racism.
saying that at a certain level, all the world is.
Everybody can
is
stop
because
resisting.
a white system has said that there's
You're
so
adding
many
your own racist
people.
connotations to it.
What are you
There's no
talking
racism.
about? So what is
Cancer isn't
overpopulation?
racism. Cancer isn't
Yes, it
racism.
is.
No,
Yes, it is.
Everybody gets
Yes,
cancer.
it is.
Everybody gets
Yes,
cancer.
it is. Let me tell you why. Because the food that they give us is racism.
Oh.
The fact that they put us in a school system.
What do you mean they
and
give
then
you? You're in
This is
charge of
nutrition
your life.
system. Eggs. You shouldn't be eating eggs. It gives you eczema. It gives you diabetes.
But there's car
But
crashes.
instead-
People get
instead of
people get into
preaching
car
the real
crashes.
truth,
Are you a
you're gonna
vegan?
tell people, no, I have a kid. This is bullshit.
I
This
said,
is
is she a
bullshit.
vegan? She said,
Yeah.
you have a kid. Your kid is going to suffer, age, and die.
I make carbon-eating sculptures. So instead of here,
There's all
bullshitting
sorts of
this,
harms.
I make sure that I save the environment. So what are you doing?
You're
But
not
you're
saving
adding so
the...
much
people
carbon
not to
footprint.
fuck.
You're
That's
adding
what
so
you're
much-
doing.
People can have sex without having kids.
Yeah.
Fat overweight opinion.
You-
Your
you-
racism views.
There's
that
no
you're
racism.
hiding
This is
right
not
now.
racism.
Bullshit.
This is not racism.
See, this is what I mean. This kind of crowd is like very, you know.
Oh. Just keep talking.
So people can get cancer in life. People can get diabetes. People can get into car crashes, and you want to avoid all these harms by not having
Movies
children.
on for no reason because the hospital system is racist.
Everything's racist if you want to play like that. But
If the world is so bad, why did you have a child? If it's-
using points,
If,
they're
it,
racist.
if it's such a racist community, why did you have a child? Why did you have a child if it's a racist world?
Child because I make carbon-eating sculptures.
The world is
I
a
make
sick
cleaning
place, and
robots,
as soon as you bring
and people
children,
like
you're exposed to harm.
you, instead of funding
There's some good
it,
books
they
on this
do this
topic.
bullshit. That's why. I will
Your
have a
child-
if I want to. You can't
yeah, but you're gonna bring them into a world of harm. They're gonna
You're
suffer. They're
ch-
gonna age and die because of your sex act.
they will suffer?
Who says they
all over
will
life.
suffer?
There's cancer. There's rape.
Look
Look around you. There's COVID. There's cancer. There's rape. There's trauma.
Do I have cancer? Do I have COVID?
You may.
No, I don't.
Many people think they won't get harmed. Then they get in a car crash. Then they get cancer.
You're
Then
not
they get
wearing-
everything.
You're not wearing your mask. I'm wearing
Yes!
don't have to worry.
Yes! Oh,
I'm not on COVID.
yeah. I love Thomas Ligotti. Yeah. These people are crazy.
Why is it a hate crime?
It's not a hate crime at all.
So you didn't get
Back at the
one.
hotel I did.
and-
I flew from Canada.
Oh, but it's at a hotel. Because you
No.
don't live here. I live here.
Good for you.
I don't
Reproduction
travel.
Yeah. There's harm that has nothing to
Because
do
we're
with
all
the harm.
exposed to crime,
Yeah. So.
disease, poverty,
Spreading it to us. We
homelessness,
live
Yeah, but you're having kids.
racism,
Having kids is far
sexism.
worse than spreading COVID.
He lives here. You live here.
These people are crazy.
No, it's okay. It's okay. He asked me if I knew Thomas Ligotti.
No.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I will have babies if I want to.
You can. Go ahead. That's your responsibility.
Go
You're gonna have to
ahead.
pay for it.
Your
You're gonna have to
child will
suffer.
Who's going to harm them?
You're not doing one up on me by having a kid. You're gonna have to feed that kid. You're gonna have to clothe it. You're gonna have to work for it.
He's
You're gonna
gonna-
get your body destroyed because of it.
And I have a body, and
Good for
I have a
you.
What if
job.
your parents had the same
So that would be good.
I wish-
Non-existence is
yes.
good.
you wouldn't
And I
even
have
be
Yeah,
here.
that would be, I wouldn't be worried.
I wish they did.
So then what about, you talk about all these diseases and all this stuff, what about the people that insult
So we should have free euthanasia for everyone. Anybody that wants to, they should be able to get euthanized by a doctor, not have to jump off
Are you
bridges.
going to get euthanized then?
If it was-
you didn't
if-
want to be here.
If it was legal, I would
It's
think
not-
about it. If it was legal and a doctor could do it, I would think
It's
about it.
legal in some states.
Well, I mean, a walk-in euthanasia. Anybody who wants to die should be able to walk into a clinic and get an injection. I support suicide for
You
everyone.
would get an injection for euthanized, for it to be
Possibly.
euthanized.
Well, it depends if I'm in the mood.
So I haven't wouldn't you then?
Because
If
it's
you
not
believe
legal.
in it.
Because it's not legal.
It's legal.
So
in
I want to
some
be able to
states.
walk into a clinic and tell a doctor, hey, I want to be euthanized. And that's that.
If you have a child, they may commit suicide.
But you can't guarantee your child will have a good life. You realize that, right?
And I've tried to commit suicide and I didn't.
Yeah,
and
so?
I'm still here.
Good for you.
So what makes you think my child would commit suicide?
Possibly. I mean, nobody knows. You can't control your child's life.
In
Your
30
child,
years-
your child may get cancer. Your
In
child
30
may
years,
suffer.
I'll come back with my child and we'll be standing here because
That's
we
what you
didn't
think.
want to get
That's what a lot of
euthanized.
parents think, though. A lot of parents think my child will be happy, and then their child is a rape victim, then their child is a cancer victim, then their child is a murder victim. So parents are
Who
ignorant.
says that my child is going to get cancer? They are the future.
It's a risk.
The children
You
are
can't
the
control.
future.
You can't control what your
Because
child
in
is
the
going to go
future, there
through.
won't be people like you.
Thank you. You can't control what your child is going to go through. Your child.
I can though,
No, you can't.
because I will supply for my
Your
child.
child's
Yes.
control your child's future. Your
I can because I'm not going to have my own child. I will adopt a child. They will not have my genes.
Yeah, adoption is good. Just don't have biological kids. Don't create new needs. Don't bring new people into the world.
That's still reproducing.
Adopting a child is not reproducing.
If I had a child and gave it to someone else, they'd be just as happy. You're adopted.
Adoption is fine.
You're adopted. So you are a hate crime.
Reproduction in general.
Reproduction is a hate crime. You were reproduced. Your parents? You were a hate crime. I am a rape victim. Cool. You think that's cool? You think that's cool? My parent does not know I'm a rape victim. My mother does not know.
You could get raped, you could get murdered.
So how can my mother control that? You're a couple.
Yeah.
Can't reproduce. Makes sense.
Makes sense.
Oh, this is good. This is good.
Stop pressuring people to have kids. No.
Well, you can stay as long as you like.
Just ignore
I really
it.
like
Just-
the attention.
No, yeah, we're like, keep talking.
Antinatalism.
Natalism. Don't get it twisted. Antinatalism. There's good books you should read up on.
Did I say it was racist?
No, some girl here.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah, most did.
Megaphone.
So, yeah, this world is a sick place. There's COVID, there's all sorts of dangers, and people should just not have children. Having kids is ethically wrong, it's, immoral, and once you have a child, I mean, you expose them to every possible danger. Every possible danger lurks in this world, so people may... I like this spot.
Yeah, I like it too. It's very good. This is probably the best place ever.
Titty milk. After you have a baby, you can feed it with the titty milk.
Every animal can reproduce. Rats can have children. Cows can have children. It's not a miracle. It's not an accomplishment. Literally every cockroach in the world can have a child. Crocodiles can have kids. Snakes can have kids.
It takes gonads to have a baby, but it takes brains to use
It's the most
birth
simple
control.
form of biology to have a child. It's not an accomplishment.
Yeah. Let's walk around. Let's walk
bring the
around.
signs.
Yeah. Can you bring the signs? I'll bring that.
Yeah. We love babies. We like babies too. That's why we don't want babies.
Yeah.
If their parents had fun, they would not have to.
If you love babies, you would not have them.
What are you guys doing?
This is good. This is a really good spot.
What's that? Racism? This is not racist.
This
at
is not
all.
racist. You don't understand.
Reproduction of-
You don't understand.
No.
What did he
I
say?
don't have kids because I don't want my child to go through anything bad. That's why I don't have kids. I don't want them to get harmed. I don't want them to be hungry. I don't want them to go through, suffering.
You want me to use a megaphone? You hold a sign. You hold a sign and I'll talk.
No.
Hold a sign and I'll talk. Every child born will suffer, age, and die. Reproduction is a hate crime. Your parents did not love you when they brought you into this world. Everybody will die of cancer, heart attacks, trauma. Everybody's going to suffer, age, decline, and die because your parents brought you into this world.
I totally agree.
Good, thank you.
Yeah, I couldn't be more 1,000%.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. How you feeling?
Selfish.
You're selfish.
No.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to him. You're selfish for many reasons. Lifestyle, choices, selfishness. Why not?
Everybody's a selfish human being.
No.
Well, you're selfish.
Let
You're
me ask you
smoking
a question,
weed.
right? You care so much about the human population that's alive,
I care
right?
about suffering.
Do you care about the human population that's alive or not?
Yes.
So why the fuck you not handing out sandwiches today?
Who's doing that?
I'm preventing
You are.
births. I'm trying to prevent births.
You're preventing murders doing what?
You know what?
All right.
Handing
Walk
out
around-
condoms is better than handing out sandwiches.
All right, hold on. All right, so all right.
What are you
All right, let
selling?
me ask you a question.
Yeah.
So you're basically saying that him wearing a Supreme backpack with Gucci shoes is the reason why I shouldn't have a fucking kids? That's what you're telling me, old lady?
Don't worry about the appearances.
Oh, no, appearance doesn't matter.
Do you have any kids?
I do have kids.
Put your mask on.
I do have kids. I spent $1,000 on my son's birthday yesterday. What you did? What you did for a kid in a while? That's not yours. What you did for a kid in a
I
while?
don't-
a lot of pets.
What have you done for a pet?
I adopt
Let's get the
cats.
fuck out of here.
Sid.
Pets?
He doesn't
Pets?
care about animals. He
Pets?
only
Animals?
animal lives
Animals?
matter.
Animals?
Animal lives matter.
Animals. All right. If you guys care so
Animal
much,
lives matter.
there's homeless people all
Yeah.
over.
I do care. I'm trying to prevent
How you preventing by doing nothing?
Yeah.
You have no solution.
Then
What
we're
is the solution?
destroying
You were destroying the popular. Yeah, we're destroying the world. Here,
Oh, so
here,
what the- why
here,
you
here.
coming then? Why you
Here,
coming?
here.
You
He's,
coming, no go.
future harm.
he's useless.
Get out of here.
She's, no, but it's okay. It makes for a good video.
You know why? You have no fucking kids. That's the only thing you can fucking love is a fucking pet.
Put your mask.
Anybody
pet-loving
can have a
bitches.
kid. 13-year-olds.
He
have
says
kids
pet
sometimes.
loving
It's
bitches.
not an achievement.
So you're
When you can't have
misogynist.
kids,
He's
the only
spitting. He's
fucking
spitting.
option is
spitting.
a cat.
Get away from him. Get away
You're
from
gonna
him.
die, you cat lovers.
He
Everybody's gonna die. Your
Yeah,
children
you're
are
gonna die
gonna
loving
die.
a cat.
God,
children are gonna
die
die.
loving a cat.
Jesus,
Wow,
God.
what a speciesist.
Who's
What
gonna
a
carry on your kids?
speciesist.
Who's gonna carry your nutsack for you in your future?
My
Who's gonna
savings
carry your
account.
nutsack for you?
You're thinking
Who is gonna carry your nutsack
you think your
for you?
legacy? You think anybody's gonna remember
Who
you?
is gonna carry your
Don't get
nutsack
close
You
for
think
in.
you?
anybody's gonna remember you?
Spitting. He's
Who
spitting.
is gonna carry your nutsack for you in your future?
Who cares?
Where's your kids? to
Who
carry your
cares?
nutsack?
Putting on a good image for
Where is your kids to
Yeah.
carry your nutsack
So
for you?
you're a father, and this is how a father reacts.
Where is your kids to carry your
Nobody's gonna remember
nutsack?
anybody. You think who remembers their great grandparents? Who remembers their great
Die
grandparents?
with cats. He's a
Most
cat
people don't.
lover. God, more kids! More kids! More kids! Everybody needs
You might be
kids.
different.
Every child born will suffer, age, and die because of their parents' sex act. Antinatalism protects everybody from harm. Google it, folks. Antinatalism. The philosophy has been around hundreds of years. The philosophy, look up, Google Arthur Schopenhauer. Antinatalism, folks. It's the only thing that's going to protect the human race and to protect everybody from harm. Because once we are placed into existence, we are going to age, decline, be exposed to crime, disease, poverty, pollution, overpopulation, crime, death. Our parents didn't consider our welfare when they gave birth to us. And you know, donating food and sandwiches and gifts is a great thing, and I do that as well. But donating condoms and advocating sterilization and birth control is far superior. Is far superior than donating sandwiches. So, correct?
Yes.
Donating condoms and advocating sterilization is far better than donating food and clothing, etc. Because the cycle just continues, the cycle of harm. And every parent who procreates is procreating harm. And no baby consents to life. No baby consents to harm. Birth is non-consensual.
That's really good. Let's get something to eat.
Okay, can you do a little bit more?
Yeah. Every single tragedy in the world is caused by procreation. It's caused by bringing people into the world. And that's just something that's very wrong. It's very cruel. It's very sadistic. Having children is extremely sadistic. Your children will suffer, they will age, they will die. They're gonna go through a plethora of harms. There's gonna be all sorts of pains in life. There's gonna be all sorts of miseries. And it's unavoidable. And people think they can avoid it. People think that they can, save themselves from that, but it's truly unavoidable. And it's best not to bring people into this, hellhole of an existence.
This is a Bible verse. Can you read this Bible verse?
So this Bible verse says, better never to have been born than to see all of the evil done under the sun. And there's all sorts of evil things that take place on a daily basis. The world is, a morbid place, and there's no denying that. There's all sorts of tragedies and horrors and things that happen.
Here's another one.
And this is another funny quote I like. But my child may be the one to save or change the world, says 8 billion people. Chances are your child will be insignificant and your child will not do anything, amazing. But people just have this cognitive bias. They think, my child will be special. It's like, some kind of bias that they possess. But nobody is really going to do anything too significant and good for the world.
Oh, it's a little chilly, but it's nice out here. Life is an imposition. No baby consents to life. Thank you. Thank you. He said we were iconic. No baby consents to life. Birth was an imposition to all of us. Please Google Antinatalism. Arthur Schopenhauer is one of the four founding philosophers of the philosophy of antinatalism, which is the prevention of all harm. We can't prevent cancer, we can't prevent crime, we can't prevent poverty, disease, rape, death, but we can prevent birth. And birth is what should be avoided at all costs, because birth is harm. Every one of us will suffer, age, and die. Every baby will suffer, age, and die because of its parents' sex act.
And that's just the plain truth. I mean, people can sugarcoat things, people can say things that aren't true, but the very fact of life is that every being will suffer, age, and die, and there's too much of an asymmetry, and people realize that. I mean, people are shutting down the world because of COVID. People aren't really optimistic at their core. They realize that harm outweighs pleasure, and that's just how people operate. But people are just so deluded and simplistic, and the most common people are the most simplistic people, and the world is just full of commonality and low standards, and it's just a mess.
Keep going.
We can stop for a bit.
Okay.
I need a break. We've
Okay.
been doing this for half